What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to try a little something, and one of the things I kind of want to clue you all in on is that when I'm trying different decks, I try to do at least somewhere during the season, try to do at least every 2 or 3 color combination, so if you have a favorite or there's a certain style of deck you play or whatever, right, there's a chance you could find something on the channel. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and most of the time it does though. But this season it had a little bit of a struggle, right? We haven't really had any Jund decks on the channel yet. And we had one, but it was really an elf deck, which wasn't bad. I mean, it was a fun deck and it was playable and it was good, but like, it wasn't really a Jund deck. It was an elf deck that we were kind of just experimenting with, trying to play Rada and a couple other cards, right? So I wanted to build a true Jund deck. We've been able to do it with control, but it was really hard trying to come up with a mid-rangey Jund deck, which doesn't seem like it should be that difficult with the type of cards that are available, but actually was a little bit of a struggle. So it took a while to find a space that worked, but I think we might actually have something this time. And it took a while, so I hope y'all appreciate it. Now, with the heart of this deck, we're really looking at playing a adventure-heavy list, right? But we're going to try to go some different directions to take advantage of the cards that are newly available and see how they squeeze in and really help us fit the goal that we're trying to get to here. So starting at the top, we're playing 2 Foulmire Knights. They are an adventure card, which helps, but they also have Death Touch, so that can also work as a blocker. Especially, we're trying to deal with a lot of things here. You're trying to have stuff to use against the Ultimatum decks. You want some things against the true control decks. You want to be able to go wide or have enough creatures that the rogue decks can't just kill all your things easily. You want to be able to not get run over by the Winota list. So like sometimes just something as simple as a Death Touch creature, well, it's going to do it for us. Edgewell Innkeeper, of course, because we're going to be playing a lot of adventures. Agonizing Remorse. This is a card we kind of toyed around with for a while before we decided that like this is one of the things we need to have in the list. Mostly because it's good against the creature decks if you need to get a Blade Historian or a Winota or a Heliod out of the opponent's hand early. It works against the Ultimatum decks if you need to get rid of an Ultimatum or one of their sweepers or whatever. Like, it just is a very versatile card. And we do have a little bit of life gain, so we don't really hate the life loss so much, really. Then we're playing 3 Heartless Axe. We all know what that does. 2 Valky, God of Lies. A lot of times we are going to be playing Valky early in the game, but if we draw it late, we can just play Tybalt, and that is completely okay. We have 1 Shovel, Bane of Monsters, mostly because it fits. It has Death Touch. It can get us some life in cards every once in a while. So it's not bad. It's not great, but he's reasonable, and we're only playing 1. We have 3 Murderous Riders, kind of a catch-all removal thing, and actually has some lifelink, which is pretty nice. A couple of Sedgemoor Witch, and at first this might look a little weird, but it's actually doing 2 things here. Because we're playing so many adventure cards and whatnot, well, those are spells, so they get us 1/1s. They gain us some life. The other thing is, when your opponent wants to target it, that is 3 life your opponent has to lose. So if you can get some incremental damage in there early, you could have Sedgemoor Witch just be a really hard thing for the opponent to deal with. Then, of course, because we're playing adventures, we have Bonecrusher Giants and Lovestruck Beast. We have 2 Embersturm Predator, 1 Vivian Monster's Advocate, 1 Professor Onyx. We're playing 2 Embercleave, 1 Garrett Cursed Huntsman. And again, Professor Onyx is actually pretty sweet because we have a bunch of adventures. So even if you just go find a thing that has an adventure, well, you get to drain your opponent for 2, and then you actually get to play your creatures. So that's actually not a bad thing in here. It actually works very well. Embercleaves are kind of the card we're toying around with, right? Like, it kind of is good, kind of isn't necessary. So we're kind of on the fence. I want it to be better than it is, but I don't hate that we have it. And we do have 1 Shatter Skull Smashing, 1 Agadeem's Awakening. So these are just late game cards if we get them, have some versatility and flexibility in the deck list. As for the lands, we're playing 3 Swamp, 3 Mountain, 1 Forest, 4 of each pathway, and 3 Fable Passage. Not playing 4 Fable Passage because we're really light on basics. We only really have 7, so there'd be several situations we could probably get caught in where we wouldn't even be able to do anything with the 3rd or the 4th one that we drew. But outside of that, it actually kind of works. So let's go get into the games, and as always, catch up with me on the back end of those games because I'll have some updates, tell you what we would change about the list, and we'll have a card spotlight for you from all of Magic that might actually be able to help you out with some things. Against Yorion. Okay, sure. I think we just do this. And then I'm just going to straight up, like, play Foulmire Knight, play Bonecrusher Giant. I was hoping that wouldn't be a land. Not going to lie. Ah, I did not want it to be Wolf Willow Haven. Dang it. I was really hoping it wasn't. That gives the opponent way more choices here that I did not want them to have. And now Extinction Event just eats our lunch because we have nothing left in hand. Ugh, that sucks. Yep. Man. I wanted so many other things. Oh, they didn't have it? What? Oh man, I feel like we got away with one. Crap, I don't even know what to do with myself now. Well, no matter what, we're going to attack here for 6, obviously. Okay, I'm going to assume they have a Shadow's Verdict then, right? Because that's got to be the answer. So we just pass here. Alright, that's what I was assuming was going to be the case. Oh, that don't suck. Alright. Ooh, you could be interesting. So many choices. What do we do? I think we just do this, get a card. If they have another sweeper, they have another sweeper. There's a good chance, though, this is going to be binding on our Bonecrusher. Yep. Which now means we can't play Professor Onyx because they already have Yorion in hand, so we kind of have to wait. Ooh. But maybe we could do something else. Huh. If I play Sedgemoor Witch, they would definitely get rid of the Sedgemoor Witch. Alright, so let me think about this. Like, if they play Yorion, they're going to bounce the binding to kill our Sedgemoor Witch. But if I put another black mana into play, I would be able to kill the Yorion and make a 1/1. And then play Garruk or Onyx next turn? Or do I just make 2 2/2s right now with Garruk, let them use Binding to kill the Garruk, then the next turn use the Murderous Rider to kill the Yorion? I'm trying to figure out which one of those is better. I think it's this, but I don't particularly like it. Oh, they might just have a counter here. I wasn't even thinking about that in my math. What? Okay, Omen of the Sea. That makes sense. I can't do anything about that. I don't think the pest is all that relevant. Yeah, I was expecting them to take damage. Like the three I was figuring in. Now I just have to hope they don't have a negate. Though a lot of them do play negate and test of talents. But that land came into play on tap, so let's see if they have another one. Okay, they did. That's sad for us. We'll still get the 1/1, but then we have to use either of our planeswalkers to kill this off. So let's see. No, they're just gonna... Oh, they're gonna try to just get max value. Okay, that actually is pretty good for us. Like, it sucks they're gonna get extra cards and all, but mostly fine. So they went for value, which is fine. Which means they're probably gonna be targeting getting an ultimatum in hand. Alright, you do your thing. Alright, I don't want to target anything yet, because I want them to make decisions as though Yorian's still going to be in play. Okay, well now I have to, because they got stacked correctly. Alright, they take 3, go to 5. Alright, this is going to be really tight. I think we still have to play a Planeswalker. I think the question's just which one. I assume they're going to ultimatum anyway next turn. If they get an ultimatum stack that has both Extinction Event and Shadow's Verdict, we at least can play Garrick and make 2 2/2s and force a situation?
The wilds are primal, and we are the apex predators.
Alright, let's see what's up. I mean, I assume if you don't have ultimatum after looking at 8 extra cards, if you wanted them, I guess, with the omens and whatnot. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, I can at least drain them with the Professor, which is not a lot, but it's something. Like, I can get 1 more damage in. I mean, it's possible that if I were to draw a land, I could Professor Onyx, use Onyx to take another 1 mana thing. Well, the only thing I'd be able to get is Lovestruck Beast, though. It would have to be exactly another Lovestruck Beast for me to drain the opponent twice. So there is an out. It's just not pretty. Alright, Shadow's Verdict. No ultimatum. Awesome. Like the way that sounds. Wolf Willow Haven. Great. Okay. I was going to say, like, are they leaving counter mana open or what's up? Okay. No counter mana creates a situation now, doesn't it?
You're not scared of dogs, are you?
So we play this.
Liliana Vess?
Oh, great.
Sorry, haven't heard that name before. Ugh, there has to be an answer here.
Okay, so I'm going to play this now. Because, again, if they have an extinction event or whatever, I can still block a thing. This drains the opponent for 1. Or for 2 to put them at 1. So now if they have an ultimatum, we're not that worried. We're definitely not worried about that.
New job, new life, new
Yep,
opportunities.
not worried about that either. Annoying, but we're still good. Oh, opponent's just like, I'm going to go find a card. I'm going to go find that damn ultimatum. Alright, so let's find another innkeeper. And then we'll just draw into what we need.
I have impeccable study habits.
Ah, that's cute. Let's see if we can end the game here. Possibly. Alright. Oh, the opponent only has one green open. Yeah, it's game over.
Useful. Ugh.
Alright, cool. Got there. We'll keep this. I mean, we are mid-range, and I could get away with playing a couple of dragons. Dragon never sucks. It's not always great, but it never sucks. That much is for sure. Come on, you're just going to shoot my innkeeper. We both know this. Exactly. No surprises there. Though that is a little bit of a surprise. They must have just drawn that. Okay. Now this gets a little bit sketchy on what I want to do. I guess we take the other green land. Take the red land. I'll probably regret that later. Nope, guess not. Never punished. Attack! Does this make it through? Have a very fun Jund control that you've been trying to turn city into. Now you're looking for Jund fix. I did something like that before. Like, there's a bunch of Jund control options. The thing is, really, there's just no, like if you're playing Jund, it is as a control deck. So I'm playing other things. Because, like, Jund just hasn't had a good representation this season. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm just debating if I want to play the Innkeeper and then go ahead and just play the Murderous Rider. Because I know the type of deck we're up against. And Heartless Act could be very good. But so could Murderous Rider. Gosh dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I think I need to anyway. I mean, they have it. Go ahead and kill the Innkeeper. Oh. Well, that's fine. Huh. Yeah, sure. I mean, I wasn't going to be able to replay the Innkeeper anyway. I had no other green sources, so it's fine. Alright, so I assume there's going to be a dragon. So we do the best we can to try to kill a dragon. No, there is no dragon. Really? No dragon and no giants. What the hell? What's going on? What? I mean, even if they're like, I don't even know. I'm like, even if they're like Magma Opus, that's still not. I mean, I guess it could be like Prismari Ultimate or Prismari commands. That kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna roll these both out. I mean, if they have 2 cards to deal with them, then so be it. Like, I mean, What else am I going to do? I'm genuinely confused about what... I mean, when they play it, it's probably going to be obvious. But on top of my head, I can't really process how this played out to where they had nothing there. Okay. So did just 2 Prismari commands use the gold from the other one to keep us from attacking with the Lovestruck Beast? No. Okay. Oh, they could have the other thing that costs 7 and deals 5. That would make sense. Okay, I guess not, because they're not going to cast that then. Do we go ahead and just kill a Brazen Borrower here? I guess so. Because I'm really going to be trying to probably resolve a Garruk next turn. And then there's a Goldspan Dragon, of course. Like, I wait forever to kill one, they don't have one, and then they do at the inopportune time. This is a bit interesting. Nothing to kill our duders, huh? This feels like another petty theft incoming. Nope. Okay. Well, they have plenty of mana. They got 8. Alright, a second dragon. Sure. My question is, do I even care to block here? 2, 4, 6, 7. If they have another land in hand, that would be 8. So in theory, they could hit us with a Magma Opus. And that'd be 12 total. I mean, if they're playing the things that, like, double the attack of something, then we just die anyway, really. So... I mean, we could try to block, sack something, sack a Lovestruck Beast to the Predator. This feels bad. This feels like it has to be wrong, but I'm going to try anyway. Mostly because if I sack Valentin, I wasn't going to be able to attack with the Lovestruck Beast anyway. Okay. That's fine. Well, if I'd have known I was going to draw another Lovestruck Beast. Okay, then. What are we looking to do? We can kill something with a Murderous Rider. We can... Ah, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, we're at 13, so we're nowhere close to dead. That's kind of the believe it or not, that's the problem here that makes the math not as easy. Put them to 6. I mean, if they just had it, they have it. I mean, I'm just like, cool, it's on you, opponent. If you got it, you got it. Yep. I mean, because if they all out attack, we only have to find 2 points. But they do have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for, Casey. I'm just going to end up sacking the 1/1 human here. Did we finally run the opponent out of combat tricks? Okay. I guess not, because they're still coming with everything. Oh, if they have another, they have another. I mean, nothing I'm going to do about it. If you got there, you got there. Alright, same things as before. I don't even think they can play anything out of their yard, so... Sure. Alright, so we've got to find 1 point. Because when we attack, it'll become a 5/5. Ah, they had an Auron's Epiphany. Gosh dang it. Alright, GG's. I forgot to hit the record at the start of this game. Oh well, people get to come into a very interesting game here. Alright, we're just going to take some damage from that Phoenix of Ash. We're doing nothing about it. So do they have Rimrock Knight? Oh, they have a shot. Okay, well, that's definitely a thing. Like, that is a thing that happened. Well, what do we want to do here? I guess we just play Lovestruck Beast and attack for a lot? Man, I really want to Agonizing Remorse this opponent. Like, you have no idea how bad I want to. And I probably should, but... And they could double pump this if we block with the Lovestruck Beast, but I'm kind of okay with that. So I'm probably just going to split my blocks, let them do whatever they're going to do. Nope. We're just going to get hit for 4. Maybe more. Alright. Well, let us find a black land, because that would be nice to be able to do something to this Phoenix. Ooh, that could start getting ugly. That could start getting ugly if we're not careful. Alright, I guess we lead with this. I mean, if you get a land and make dragons, I mean, there's not a lot I can do about it. Other than just make a bigger dragon. I mean, they have to attack with it at least once anyway to use the bow, so that's fine. We'll attack. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to try to kill our things. And we have lots many 1/1s. even here, we're not totally worried about something even like an Embercleave greatly. Uh-oh. Really? All right. Didn't see this coming. But sure. Oh, we're just going to Frostbite? Yeah, that's fine. I'd actually rather that happen than it be in response to me activating a Predator. All right, opponent. What you got? I mean, this is the reason I don't like Dragonkin Berserker or any of the creatures with Boast. They just ended up, because you have to put them at risk. Like, I just don't know why all the Boast abilities cost so much and everything else, since you have, it's like, it's tough to use them. It's tough to use them. And sadly, we won't see Boast again probably till we come back to Kaldheim in like 5-6 years. So what we have is what we have. And the best part here is, if they choose to make a dragon, fine. Because then we just get to kill the Berserker, and that's kind of okay. We don't really care. Alright. We will block here. We'll block... Actually, if I'm going to do that, let's block here and block here. And then let the opponent do what they will. And this finally where Embercleave hits. Yeah, sure. This feels like the best possible scenario for us on this attack. Like, this feels great. So, we get to kill a Dragonkin Berserker. We get to kill both of the other creatures. We gain 2, and then we only take 2? I'm down with that. Yeah, that was not a good attack by the opponent. That was really a really bad attack by the opponent. Now the question is, am I willing to just trade my creatures for their creatures? Ah, okay. All right, we need another black mana now. Now things are getting serious. Now things are getting real. I mean, if you attack, I will sacrifice my Bone Crusher Giant at this point. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. Actually, well, if I'm going to do it anyway, I might as well just block and sack this. At least I get a counter onto my Predator, and I do remove cards from the opponent's yard. So eventually, if we have to kill the Phoenix, it doesn't get to keep coming back. Hey, look what we found. Right on time. It's like we predicted it. The problem, however, is they are able to pump twice. Because that's 5, right? 3, 4, 5. No, it's just 4. So they're only able to pump once right now. Huh. Alright. No attacks. They're double checking too. What is that card they drew? What is the card they drew? Man, it could be Shock. It could be Rimrock Knight. Like, who knows? Damn. I really, really, really want to block here. I so badly want to block, but I'm not, because I'm a wuss. Alright, no blocks. Part of me kind of wants to just kill that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do this. Especially now that they committed their mana. Okay. I was thinking if it was something like that could kill my Predator or whatever, they would respond there. But it's obviously not. So now we have another piece of information. And the thing is, how badly do I want to know what it is? Not that badly. And it's not even a land, because if it was a land, they would have just played it and pumped twice. Or maybe it was and they just missed that. I mean, it's possible too. I mean, if you attack, we're blocking now. I don't have a choice. We're only at 8. If it's Embercleave, we're done. Okay, then I guess it is. We tried. That's all I can say is we tried. Oh, they're activating Phoenix, so it's not. Okay. Sure. That's only 4. All right. Okay. I mean, is it double shock? Because that would be bad if we let this go through and then sacrifice our Rimrock or our Murderous Rider. But I mean, I guess if it is, it is. I mean, it sucks if it is. There's nothing we can do. Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. Then I guess we get to get rid of their Phoenix. That was a weird-ass sequence, y'all. Alright, well now I'll just take a point to see what that last card is. Especially since we have a Heartless Act. Oh, we'll definitely get rid of that. Woo! Alright. Get rid of that. Alright, one more attack and we're in. Oh, the Predator did all the work. Because they're getting a different deck. I was like, then watch the video. And also tells me who does and doesn't watch the video. So, like, they kind of tell on themselves. But, you know. Alright. We'll keep it, I guess. Gonna try to give ourselves a couple turns here to get out of trouble. Oh, Selfless Savior, why? That card's just so good. Alright. I mean, we're just going to make them waste the Selfless Savior here, I suppose. Not going to do anything else really productive. Yep, we'll take one. Whoa. Well, that's a missed opportunity. Didn't know that was a thing that could happen. All right, then. So now this kind of works, right? We could stomp a Selfless Savior, then kill... Oh, the Heliod doesn't really matter here by comparison either. Huh. Well, alright then. Do we go... It sucks. I kind of have to go green. Even though I don't really want to. I really want to get black, but... green it is. That'll help. Alright, so we have Heartless Act and Stomp, which can hopefully get us out of some trouble here. So even if they have another Selfless Savior and something, we can target the Savior first, basically making the Bone Crusher Giant a casualty. Well, we don't have to worry about any of those scenarios, because those aren't about to happen. So this is pretty much all in the name of keeping Heliod from doing anything productive here. All right. Linden, sure. We've got her number, so that's not really going to matter. We get in there and attack. Do we need to do anything else? I'm probably just going to do this. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I mean, I guess they could end up having a sweeper and we could have just attacked, but whatever. We'll have Garrick plus some business the next turn, so it's not a big deal. Oh, that's not even going to matter. That wouldn't have been but 2 life anyway, so yeah. Alright, so this is actually a playable version of Jund, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I do think there's a couple of small things. I think you could pull the Embercleaves, though they did help us win one game in particular that we may not have won without it. But I would be okay if we took out the Embercleaves and replaced those with a couple of Binding of the Old Gods. And then maybe even took out the Shovel and play an additional Sedgemoor Witch. Though we may take out something else. So the final version will likely have 3 Sedgemoor Witch and 2 Binding of the Old Gods. And no Embercleaves, but we'll see what that looks like in the end. But I think that's much better. Give you a little bit more versatility, more answers, and just being able to play a little bit of a different type of game, having better access to that Sedgemoor Witch. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Marieke de Mri-Barit. I think that, what did I just... I feel like I just garbled that all up. But the card's over there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is a good example of how sometimes a card can exist and already be good or not, and it just needs to be brought to people's attention. And in case you didn't know, the folks over at Game Nights, or I guess Command Zone, but their show Game Nights, you know what I'm talking about, Jimmy and Josh and crew over there, they actually had a very well-known musician on that goes by the name of Post Malone. You may have heard of him. But anyway, while he was on, he actually played this card, and that has actually brought this to the attention of other people. Now, I'm sure some people are getting it just because it's a favorite card of his or whatever, but some people are also now like, oh, this is what I could do with it, so they're going and picking it up. So sometimes just having a high-profile bit of exposure on a card actually can raise the price of it. So this went from being maybe $1 or $2 to now being in the like $4-ish range, maybe even $5 in a lot of places. So you kind of more than doubled the price just because somebody had it on screen. Sometimes that's all it takes. Now, don't forget, for today's deck list, you will be able to get it down in the description below. Also, we do have links to a bunch of other stuff if you haven't checked it out before. Please take the time to go through the description. We do have links to all kinds of things, but particularly if you want to come join us in our Discord, if you ever want deck help or something, you can come by for that. Or you can come join one of my streams over on Facebook or Twitch and actually just be part of stuff, get to put your input in, and maybe even be featured here on the YouTube channel. So lots of stuff there. And then of course, if you're shopping at TCGPlayer or on Amazon, we have URLs that if you click those before you do your shopping, you don't have to do anything else different, and the channel will get a 1 to 3% kickback. And finally, if you haven't, please, I'm asking so kindly, we always can use the exposure and the help, and all you gotta do after watching the video, just click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell. Those really help us out so much, and they let you be notified every time we have a video up. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.